improve?
Sure. I made a decision to run for marshal because I think I can do a better job based on the number of dollars we're spending getting prisoners from out of state and bringing them back to recover very little in fine money, or even in some cases the fines have already been paid. So we're spending thousands of dollars, and in 2013 we spent a lot of money going to get prisoners out of state and bringing them back, and I think that we can do a better job with managing the people's money and still get those prisoners back and get them into court, but we can do it from an intelligence-based area. That's one reason. Another reason why I'm running is I do see that there's a lack of diversity within the workplace. It's something that we need to improve upon. I think it's important to the entire community to reflect the community's complexion. And I've been saying this since the beginning of my campaign, and certainly one of the objectives of my campaign. I also want to create some more technology-based things. I want an interactive website. I want a website where you can go in and look and see the status of your citation, when your court date is, all of the things that are going to be associated with your citation without having to come down to city court or pick up the phone. You can simply get online and look. Currently the database that the marshals have is just simply a picture of wanted people. It doesn't allow for any interaction with the public. So we want to improve upon that. That's 2014, and I think we can do a better job.
And with Nikki P.
Obviously, you know, Mr. Picar's apparently done his job over those years, and when you talk about term limits, I'm not supportive of a term limit, but I do think that every 6 years the people have a choice. If candidates come out and they select that candidate, it's an opportunity for them to say, look, it's time for a new face, new ideas, fresh start, and let's move forward. We have seen this with many law enforcement agencies before in this area, where we bring in a new face and a new idea, and the agency just springs forward. In 1984, the marshal took that agency very far. I haven't seen much improvement in the last 2 or 3 years. I think we've reached the peak, and now it's time to bring in a fresh face and a fresh idea, and let's move the agency forward. Well, when I win, I've talked about obviously the diversity issue. We're gonna fix that problem. We're gonna work really hard on identifying a qualified candidate who can be in my administration, and that represents another segment of the community that's just not represented in that office. The second thing that we're gonna do is make sure that we look at that budget and we make some determinations as to where do we spend all of our dollars. The police equipment there are exorbitant amounts of money that are spent on unnecessary equipment. We can fix that problem, and it's very easily done. We're gonna of course, I am committed to not having any family members employed in that office, and we're going to work, again, trying to make sure that we work to get the community's diversity represented within that office. So those are some things I'm going to hit the ground running, developing a new website that's interactive so the public doesn't need to come down to city court or pick up the phone. They can actually monitor the progress of cases through websites. We're talking about text alerting with regards to reminding people of court dates so that less people miss their court dates, and then we don't get a warrant and the marshal doesn't have to deal with those people. Well, I mean, the nature of it is fine. You know, I mean, again, it's politics, and unfortunately that's going to play a role in it. And but with regards to my message, and it will continue to be the same, we're going to talk about Kip Judice. We're going to talk about the things that I want to bring to that office as we move forward. I don't necessarily look to the left or the right at my opponents and what they're doing. They have their own campaigns to run. I certainly want to remain positive. I want to keep track on sending my message out to the community, because to me it's extremely important that people make a decision based on what the candidate wants to bring moving forward, not what we did in 1984 or since then. But let's talk about 2015 moving forward.